You don't need permission to build a history-bounding wardrobe for yourself. Gatekeepers can feck right off. You can pursue your fashion passions wherever and whenever they lead you. Full stop, period. Whether it be sewing a history-bound wardrobe or starting a new garden or dancing naked in a rain, well, you might need privacy for that last one. But if anybody tells you different, you just send them to Annie Althea and I'll have a nice chat with them and a nice cup of tea. 20th century people had to get permissions from Vogue editors, from the Paris fashion shows on what they could wear. Now you can wear whatever the hell you like. You don't need permission from anyone to wear what makes your sparkly heart happy. I'm going to say don't a lot in this video, as in don't let people stop you. We have generations of socioeconomic, patriarchal, and racist programming to undo, and that takes work and effort and sometimes tears. So we're going to be talking about some things about why you don't need permission from anyone to do what you truly love. And if that is wearing history-bound clothing to go grocery shopping, that's beautiful. That is so wonderful. So let's talk about that a little bit. And one of the first things that we're going to talk about are barriers. Barriers used to be there that just don't exist anymore. There used to be handed down knowledge about how to make things. Grandmothers, mothers, aunties used to pass down this arcane knowledge to us about how to sew. That gendered chain is broken. There's a whole generation or two that didn't learn sewing at somebody's knee. Fabric stores disappeared and we wept at their clothing. Handcrafted things just didn't have the value that they had today. So I'm an example of this. I grew up before that period of darkness. I started sewing when I was about 8 years old. It was something that my mother taught me. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to can, she taught me all of these things that the current generations are just now starting to rediscover, and that is so wonderful. Now there's YouTube University or any number of online platforms where you can go to take classes or learn new skills. Teachable and Skillshare are just two of the many online platforms that offer courses for cheap or free, so go check them out. They're not a sponsor of this video. I just really admire what they're doing in democratizing education. You can volunteer at an elder care facility. These places are just chock-a-block filled full of people who are shining lights of wisdom and knowledge and are just very eager to often share this knowledge that they have gained over their very long lifetimes. And you can bring happiness to these older individuals and learn to knit, you can learn to crochet, you can learn to make bathtub gin. There's all kinds of skills that you can learn from elders. You just need to seek them out and ask them. You will probably have your ears bent for quite some time about how to do some of these really amazing skills that you're starting to seek out. Sometimes we build our own barriers. So let's talk about some of those self-imposed restrictions and blow those mothers out of your mind. We need to get over ourselves. And the first thing we want you to do is give yourself permission to take up space. Take me, for instance. I'm pushing up against 60. I'm plush and verdant like a plush, verdant Viking goddess. My hair is graying, it's thinning. I've earned every one of those damned gray hairs, but they don't make me less than. I'm more Granny Weatherwax than Kim Kardashian. But that doesn't mean that my contributions here don't have value. And it's the same thing for you. No matter what you look like, no matter what your background is, you have the right to take up space. And if that's on a YouTube channel, that's fine. If it is walking through the grocery store, dressed in your 18th century clothing that you have so lovingly made, go do that. Be you. Take up space. So I'm not pretty according to traditional standards of beauty ensconced by racism and patriarchy, but by the goddess, I have a twinkle in my eye and fire in my heart that no one is going to deny. And I have naturally curly hair. It's all natural. Hey, it's editing, Althea, popping in just real quickly to let you know about a video that came out while I was working on this video. Karolina Zebrowska came out with an excellent video called Beauty Standards Are Bullshit, and I think it was very timely given the topic of this video, so I thought I would share in the description down below a link to her video. I highly recommend that you go check it out. Apologize for the appearance. I've been gardening all day and I just can't be arsed about, putting on all the makeup. So now I'm going to return you to your regularly scheduled video. You don't have to be small or pretty or petite or perky or polite or sweet or nice to take up valid space in the history-bounding verse. You just have to be you, yourself, and magnificent. There isn't anything against those history bounders that are pretty and perky. I have mad respect for anyone who gets up in front of the whole world and lets their geek flag fly. I love them all because they share themselves with us and they invite us along that journey with them. So another thing you need to do is give yourself permission to be a beginner, a novice. Even if you've been doing this for a long time, approach it with a fresh mindset and go in there all guns blazing and see what you can learn that is new. You may hesitate because you compare yourself with those perfectly coiffed and polished people you see on YouTube. Stop it. You are incomparable. You are you. Comparing yourself as someone at the beginning of your sewing escapades to others with years of experience and feeling that they are so far ahead of you is just not productive. It brings doubt and heartache. We are all at different places on our journey. Celebrate your newness. Grab your courage by the short hairs and get in there and make something magnificent that you are going to be proud to wear. It may not be perfect. It may not be exactly what you want, but you're going to learn something in the process, and the next time you make something, it's going to be even better. Give yourself permission to be a learner. You don't have to have years under your belt as a historian of clothing to start history bounding your wardrobe. All you need is spunk and desire to learn. Want to learn more? Sure, reach out to museums and ask questions about that fascinating piece of clothing that has you captivated. Geeks like to geek out with other geeks. I mean, you're sitting here watching me geeking about giving yourself permission to do the things that you love to do. You don't have to be perfectly made up and coiffed every damn second of the day to enjoy wandering around in a Victorian walking skirt ensemble. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to want to walk around looking like Evelyn Carnahan from The Mummy or Mina from Penny Dreadful. Your version of Evelyn, your version of Mina that aren't constrained by gender, by race, ability, or any of those other external pressures that is used to control our behavior, our thoughts, and our dreams. You don't have to have expensive equipment or fabric. You can borrow a machine. You can buy a used machine at a thrift store for very inexpensive. You can watch some tutorials. Learn how to fix that machine. Learn how to grease it and oil it and clean it and check the tension and learn how to keep that machine running all on your own. It doesn't take a lot of money to do that. You can watch some tutorials and dive in with thrifted fabrics and upcycling clothing. You don't even have to know how to sew. You can go to thrift stores and pull together really amazing looks from secondhand clothes and help the environment at the same time. I recommend you check out Rachel Maxey and her channel. She's really amazing. She shares videos of her thrifting hauls and ways to style them for us history geeks. She does different aesthetics. She does different cosplay ideas. It's just a lot of fun. And damn, that girl is amazing and clever. But she shares her awkward side with the viewers. And that's why I keep going back to watch her. So never be afraid to be stunningly awkward. If that's your brand, I know it's my brand. So just, be you. Or be like Betsy Johnson. She says fashion is not a serious business. It might be serious money, but it is not serious business. I mean, think about it. It's some fabric that we invest all of these emotions into. We assign it a certain value, but really it's It's just a thing. It's just a fabric. And this is what we do. We put all of that emotion and that weight and that pressure on ourselves about this. So be like Betsy Johnson. Here's a quote from her. Celebrate the idea that you don't fit in. Find your own fit and stay unique. And that's really the whole sum of what I'm trying to say in this video, is celebrate the fact that you don't need permission to be yourself. And if that is dressing like Eva Carnahan and walking through the grocery store, or picking up your kids at the daycare, or whatever it is, you be you. So let me close with this thought. Hold on to your fantasies by inhabiting your dreams made real through the clothing you make or you buy. Create new versions of yourself every single day. Experiment, fail, learn, repeat. You don't have to give a reason why you want to create a history-bound wardrobe. You just have to want it, so go get it. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch this video. I enjoy making these videos for you, and I hope to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please share and like this video. It really helps with the algorithm and helps me grow my channel. Let me know if you're struggling with something. Share that in the comments below, and let's find a way through. Let's have a conversation. Please check out my other videos and my links in the descriptions below. There are several ways that you can support my channel, and that helps me to be able to grow my channel and to be able to continue making these videos. Until next time, may you always find joy in making and creating beautiful things. And let their geek flags fly. And let their geek flag Okay.